What's up, everybody? This is Jeremy. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a really cool photography application that I found. Some of you guys might know I'm really into photography and stuff now, so I saw this and I was kind of skeptical at first because usually applications like this are kind of cheesy and fake looking and don't really work very well. But I decided I'd go ahead and ask for a license to do a review on it, and I was really surprised by it. It's actually really, really nice, but it's called Shine. This is the same person that made HD Artist Pro that I reviewed before. Basically, you just drag a picture in here, and then it opens up, and it lets you add like flare from the sun and stuff in your picture. Just before I even really get started, this picture is really not the best one to do this with, number one. But number two, you've got to have a picture that works. Or this application isn't going to make it look realistic just because it can't. I mean, your sun has to be in the right position. You have to position all of this correctly, and the picture has to be one that's usable, or it just really doesn't even make sense to do so. Uh, but so like what I'm saying is, you can see that the shadow's back here, so you don't want your sun on this side because then it just looks fake. Even like I said, uh, it's kind of hard to do with this picture anyway, but I've got some better examples that I'm going to show. Um, so you got your light rays here, which you can see along this fence. They're kind of starting to pop up a little bit. I'd really kind of leave this turned down fairly low. You can adjust the size. Let's turn the intensity up. You can see that it kind of moves outwards then along the fence. This one is one that I kind of leave down a little bit. You can adjust the radius of it. You can see there it gets a little bit bigger. You can colorize it if you'd like. Like I said, this is one. Light rays I kind of leave down. Lens flare I turn up, not nearly as much, but this just kind of show you. You can change the colors on it. Usually I stick with like pinkish red or darker green, just because that's usually what you're going to get if you actually get this type of effect in a photo, just naturally. So something like that. You can adjust the size, make it bigger, smaller, whatever. Make it a little bit smaller like that. Then your sun here, which the sun, if you turn this up at all, the sun needs to actually be in your shot. Otherwise, it just doesn't look realistic. But if your sun is actually in the shot, you drag this over top of where the sun is, adjust the size and color to kind of match. Like here, we're going to take it like to a darker orange color. Like I said, in this shot, obviously it doesn't look that great just because that's not really there like that. Then you've got your gradient tint, which you can see here. The more that the sun is actually in the image, the higher you'll want to kind of turn this up to match that and kind of give it that tint. For this one, I'm just going to leave it like this. Adjust the, I'll turn it up so you can see. Adjust the direction right here and kind of match the sun with this. Turn that down just a little bit. Then you can adjust the contrast, say like right in here probably for this picture. Then your glow, which is another one that I kind of leave down, but you can turn this up a little more the more that the sun is like affecting the image naturally. Then your fall off, which is kind of like a vignette type effect that it gives. Like I said, this application, I found it to work very, very well if you have an image that it works for. Like I said, just the shot naturally has to be set up in a way that it looks natural. Otherwise, the application obviously can't do much for it. But I've got some really, really good examples. I don't really have that many shots that have this sort of effect will work on, but I found a few that work. And if you do it right and kind of set it up naturally and base it off where the sun is in your shot, it can really, really give a realistic effect off, which I was really surprised by. But this is definitely something I'm going to use when I use like a backlit shot. So I definitely highly recommend it, that you at least check it out and check the website and stuff. And there you go, you can see the before and after. Yeah, I definitely recommend this application for any photographers that like my lenses are set up to not really give off a lot of flare and stuff like that. So For me, having something like this that kind of lets that come in when your lens is kind of, it's got a filter, not really a filter, but like a coating over it to get rid of lens flare. So if you have a shot that you want lens flare in, um, this is a really good application to kind of add that in. So definitely recommend you check it out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about the application, if you've used it or if you check it out. And I will be back soon with more. Thanks. Later.